All right. Wow. I am late this morning. That mic sound's going to suck for y'all. Sorry. But hey, guess what? Let's get this story started, shall we? All right. Good morning. I am Darkpool Algo, and all right. Here we go. Checking on the chat. Morning chat. All right, good morning. I am Darkpool Algo, and thanks for joining me again on another daily Watch This Building special. I gotta adjust my mic, and I apologize for the loud bumps it's gonna make, but we needed to get it done. So, with that being said, I am gonna be looking for stocks and options today that are gonna make a higher than expected move. Hopefully, we can make some money, right? One thing I want to stress is today is Friday. It's a new month. Don't lose your ass on a Friday, please. Cash is a position, and if you just need to sit back and watch, it's fine. There's plays next week, right? Today's going to be wonky. It's going to be hella wonky because, one, it's vacation. Really, you're only going to get a little bit of action in this morning. I wouldn't plan on holding anything into the afternoon. People are going to be like, I'm out of here. Let's go on vacation. You know, it's 4th of July weekend. There's just not a lot going on. So, if you find this content useful, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, go over and turn on notifications, share it with your friends, family, in-laws, maybe not your in-laws, but share it with people. We need to start a movement to get Bang to sponsor me. Come on, y'all. It's not just for athletes. I'm a mental athlete. Let's roll. All right, anyway. There's a couple things I'm looking at. Boeing, Airbnb. Currently, ES gapped up 10 points, so there's gonna be a gap fade. If you're playing futures, look for the gap fade. That sucks. I really wish it would have opened up lower. That gives us an opportunity to rip from the bell. Whenever futures gap up, they have a tendency to come back down and fill the gap, and then go back up, right? That's how this shit works. So, with that being said, I'm going to check in on the old tweaker and see if anybody's got any requests for me. Let's see what we got going on here. On here. Viacom, I like it. Blue, UAL. Twitter's been lagging lately. All right. This is going to be my new chart layout. Y'all are seeing it now. I'm still working through some of the tweaks. It's a combination of a few proprietary tools from Simpler Trading. I've always got, I'm going to have some free ones going on as well. And we don't need Slack notifications on. So Marriott, TAN, Airbnb, BA is gapping up overnight. We'd like to see that. I need US oil to go up to 51 today. Donut. I bought donut yesterday. My kids love Krispy Kreme. Krispy Kreme made it through the beer bug, right? They went public after a year of most companies shutting down. So, with that being said, it's an IPO. It's volatile. You know, do your own due diligence. Make sure that you have proper risk management. It can get very volatile. Okay. That being said, this morning I'm also going to be guest streaming in Bullish Bears for the Open. They've invited me to do that. I've got a great relationship with them. If you want to learn how to trade stocks, options, and futures, I suggest signing up with them. Great group of people, all about community, all about helping each other out. There's no egos, right? There's no pumping, there's no dumping, there's no furus, there's no gurus. It's just a solid community of like-minded individuals. Now, with that being said, I have got to find some stocks to trade. Now, I screwed up my So I'm in these are what I'm in, right? Obviously, I'm not doing too great with those this week, and that's simply because, yeah, I started trading on the road. Don't ever do it. Okay. Looks like Apple's trying to make a move. Ooh, I like Apple. So I need to grab some notes here real quick. Well, let me just grab some notes. All right, what are we doing? Let's see. Green. Okay. I have got this fan on. Give me 1 second. I've got to go turn this fan off. I'm freezing. All right. Got a little bit of a sunburn from the vacation, and I'm a little cold. So, let's see. All right, short list. All right, let me just grab some. Been working on this grid. We'll get rid of that grid. We'll save that, and then we're gonna go over and load up this guy. All right, so Apple, all the MACDs, primaries, and welcome, Travis. Yeah, well, I'll check out HEVI and what was the other one? Roblox? Sure. I can look at those. HFC, yeah, obviously. Wait a minute. This is the wrong one. Damn it. Yep, it's the right one. Hold on, let me load up the right one. Is it this one? I think this weekend I'm going to go through and clean out some of my charts just because I've got a lot of yeah. Alright, I think this might be the one I want to keep. Yeah, this one we're looking at. Alright, so UNH. Alright. You guys might notice that the B4 indicator is missing. I reached out to them to see if they wanted some help with stuff, and we're currently in some negotiations. Now, with that being said, it's a free indicator. They have a premium service. They feel like they're going to be in competition with us, so we don't want to necessarily ruin any potential relationships. So, in the meantime, we're going to work some stuff out. All right, Activation, Blizzard. Okay, currently we've got, let me just show what's going on here. All right, so we're basically neutral and consolidating. We've got a 2-day, 3-day, 4-day weekly squeeze. The 3-day and 4-day are going to fire it alongside, hopefully. Currently, we're trading below the 50 SMA on the daily, above the 200. So we're riding the 200 as our support level, right? We've got some uptrending support based on the 200. All right, I'll just use this guy here. All right, so we've got $4 to the downside, and then overhead resistance coming in, starting at, yeah, we're kind of right in the middle. All right, $4 up, $4 down. Okay. Yeah, if you guys make sure you capitalize your ticker so I can see them easily, please. Good VWAP, good beta. Let's see, $2 ATR. It's hit this wall, like it's stuck at 95, right? It can't get over 95 for some reason. I don't know why it doesn't like it. This could be a reversal pattern setting up on the daily. The Squeeze Pro histogram went red again, so potential fade to support coming in right at 92.75. Looking at it from a fib level, right? So this is what's happening. bring this up here. All right, so we had this nice run. We hit some resistance. We sold off, right, all the way back down to, let's just call it the 200 SMA on the daily, right? We found some support there and we started to reverse. So we came back up. We tip-tapped on the 618 retracement. Didn't like that, so we rejected off of it and couldn't get through it after 3 days. So we needed to come back down, and we tested the 382 yesterday. Currently, we are trading below the 382, so we may come back down and test some previous lows. I'm looking to see if there's a supply or demand zone that's causing this issue, or if it's just the stock wants to consolidate forever. All right, so we got that one, we got this one. All right, look at it. Let me just move it through. Came back down, tested those, bounced off of the 15-minute color channel top. We're getting a fifth wave to the downside, so look for possible fade at the open down to, let me just see what we got going on here. Yeah, everything's telling me that we want to come back down and test some of these highs or some of these lows. From an algorithm perspective, I'm going to get into that in a second. Let me just throw some of these previous levels on there. So we got this one. 93 is support. A break at 93. We're going to come back down and test some of this trend line support. We're just smack dab in the middle of everything. It's just a whoa shit. What's that? Okay. Where are we at now? Right here. All right. So if we can get this is a wonky one. All right, so we can, if we can maintain 94, right, as support, or even potentially down to 93.38, look for a bounce back up to 95 and 96. From the algo perspective, I'll give up Comcast, I guess. TBI. All right. Nice strong bullish divergence on the algorithm, right? As you can see, for those of you that are new, the way that my charts are laid out, we're using the Smart Money Dark Pool and Block Trade algorithm software from FlowTrade. The purple line is the regular algorithm line. Any red horizontal lines that you see are regular block pool trades. The blue are dark pool trades. I try to highlight them whenever they're whenever possible and whenever they're significant. Now, what we've got here is we've got what's considered bullish divergence, which means that price action is selling off, right? But the algorithms or the large smart money, large institutions are buying. So when that happens, the divergence, just like gaps, must be played out. So what we'd like to see is we'd like to see this uptrending support, right? This upward trend line support maintain and price get pulled up to meet the algorithm. So with that being said, if looks like we came down and filled the gap over the last couple days, looks like we're trying to get past this previous resistance right here, right? Trying to break out of that. If we can do that, then look for this to come back up to the upside. I don't know if we've got, right? So we got a sort of wedge going on, right? If we can get above this immediate resistance, which is previous lows, right at 94, right, ish area, look for a break to the upside, running into the overhead resistance of previous highs, right? So the way that's illustrated on this chart is like this. right? We've just got some pretty good overhead resistance. We really need to, yeah, like I said, this $93 is my cutoff point. After that, I'll look to take it to the downside. Contrarian, if we maintain 93, we can go up and test 94, 95, 96. That was ATVI, looking at the options. Yeah, the 95s for July 16th look good. They've got a lot of open interest on both the call and the put side. They're within my risk tolerance. I'll definitely watch those at the bell. All right, so that's a good one. The next one you wanted to look at was Roblox. Sure. I've got a bad experience with Roblox. Looks like it may just consolidate for the next little while, right? So what do we do here? So we've got stacked moving averages. So the 8's on top of the 21 on top of the 34. It's also on top of the 50 SMA. With that being said, right, we're currently selling off. We closed barely above the 34, so this could just be a gentle pullback. If that's the case, Fibonacci is going to let us know. Right, we're going to go from that high. Oops. Go from high to low. Right, we came up, we hit the 618, we sold off, we broke down below the 382. So potential, we've got some support coming in. What I'm saying is we don't have a whole lot of motivation to the upside. We got good beta, we maintain VWAP, right? We've got support at 83.41, a break below that, and I feel like we're going to come down and test some of these previous highs, right? 80 is going to be a pretty significant level for this stock. We've got a pretty gnarly little supply zone. Where does it go to? Is it? Right, that's our demand zone. So we may be coming down to test that to go back up. Looks like we ran into some resistance. 94. So it looks like 94 is pretty significant resistance for Roblox. Sold off all day yesterday, came back down, ran into the Keltner channel 15-minute top. We're currently at the mid. Either it's going to reverse here and break through and go up and test this 4-hour top at 90, or we're going to continue to reject, come back down and test 84.50, break below 84.50, and I would definitely look to bring this down to 83 and potentially this 78, 80 demand zone, right? We don't have any squeezes to help us out. We're currently below the 4-hour Keltner channel top, right? That's going to be resistance. If we cannot get through that, right? So for me, I would feel comfortable trading Roblox to the upside on a break of 88.50, right? I know that's $2 away, but this is like a bouncing balloon hitting the ceiling right now. Looks like we're getting some overnight positive news or whatever. There may be some news coming out on it, but looking at all of my other signals, the algo is net selling, right? All of this back here was trading with price action. We have divergence that's caused some either profit taking or net selling to occur. Roblox, right? Let me just give you a little better. So we've got divergence that has occurred, meaning that right, so whenever price action is heading one way and the algo is heading the other, The algo is typically stronger. We don't have any block trades recently within this last 7 days to come in and help us out. We've got one at 91, but that looks like that may have been profit taking. So the algo is selling off, price action's following it. We don't have any block trades that support. We can't get through the Keltner channel, the 4-hour Keltner channel bottom. Is that the bottom? Yeah, we can't get through the bottom. So look for potential fade back down into this. Come on. Right. So this purple is a daily Keltner channel bottom. It coincides with that demand zone that we have. Like I said, if we can't get up and above, for me, it would be, you could test a 86 to 88 run, but I'd really like to see it get above 87, 87.75 to begin looking at this. So let me just create an alert. Okay, so I'll get an alert when that gets above that, and we'll check it out. All right, I'm gonna look at space real quick. So I was bearish on space at the beginning of the week, and then I really looked at the chart and saw that on the daily, it was coming back down and testing this 8 EMA, which it actually closed below. Now it's got a lot of hype today, but keep in mind there's a gap that needs to be filled. Right? We've got a gap that needs to be filled. I would prefer a retrace to this. Oh, come on. All right, I would prefer a retrace to the 21 EMA, or the 21 EMA on the daily. So I'd like it to continue to come back down and either tip tap that gap or touch the 21. If it comes down and touches the 21, it's fallen through it before, but I feel like it's got a lot more momentum now, and it's got some good solid news behind it. 41, we're trading at 52. Wow. All right, so we broke above the Keltner 4-hour top, couldn't maintain it. We're come down. We're currently at the 15-minute bottom. This may come up and tip tap 54 and fade back down to this 200 SMA at 48, which is really close to where, right? So I'd like it to come down and test this level here. It needs to fill this gap, bounce off the 34. So looking at it, you know, if I wanted to front run this a little bit, I'd go out. So you can see the market makers know what's up, right? You shouldn't get, you know, $1.50 options, $5 or $8 out of the money, right? Let's see, $8 out of the money, and you're still at a 27 delta. They know something's happening, right? They know this is pretty significant news. So I'm gonna wait for a pullback. I'm gonna look at the 55s, right? Or even potentially, I'm gonna look at the 60s, right, for 2 weeks, and I'm gonna grab those on a pullback. The pullback I'm looking for is a pullback to this 41, 42 area, right? We closed below the 21. We've got the 34 rising to come up and provide us some support. And while we've got an overnight pop, this could very easily just turn just as bearish as it was bullish. So with that being said, we've got a lot of prints coming in on this morning at between 5 and 5:30. There's been 1, 2, 3 large orders. I don't chase, so maybe I'm gonna just wait. We've got a gap that needs to be filled. We've got 43.50 is regular block trade support. The algo is trading with price action. So this is not bearish divergence, it's just trading with price action, right? That's our support level. We've got this gap down here that needs to be filled before I'd be interested in it. Hopefully what will happen is the gap will come down and get filled. That algo will curl around. Then we can go back up to the upside. I'm overall bullish on space, but technically it's got to do a couple things before it can be consistent in the long run. Okay. All right. So what was the last one you guys wanted me to do? Was Wish. All right. I will look at Wish, and then looks like Baba's moving. Baba. I need Peloton, Marriott, Airbnb. There's a couple stocks I need to make a move today. All right. Wish on the daily. Okay, so this is what I like. Okay. I like that we've got stacked positive moving averages. We've retraced to the 21, which is the mean. Right, we currently retrace to the 21. We tap the 34. Right, so we've maintained those as support. We've got neutral and decreasing histogram. We're currently trading just smack dab in the middle of our volume profile, basically. We're essentially neutral on our MACDs. The monthly MACD is negative. The 4 hour is negative and decreasing. The 5 minute is neutral, negative, right? So we're at a decision making point. We can either continue to sell off and come back down and test this 50 SMA on the daily, which is previous low at $11, right? Could very easily come down and tip tap off of that and then go to the upside. I do like it's got good beta, maintained VWAP, right? Monthly MACD is red. We don't like that. So with an ATR of about $1 a day, looking, let me throw some fibs on this real quick. So if I'm going to go from let's go from that high to this low. Yeah, that looks right. Okay, so from this previous high to this low, we retraced to the 618, couldn't break through it, broke down, came back down and tested the 21. We ran it. We had another run at it again. Couldn't get through the 618 again. This time we retraced to the 382, which is also the 21 EMA on the daily. We maintained support there. We did tip tap the looks like we tip tapped the 34, right? At 1189. So we found that support we were looking for. Right? So we came down, we tested the 382. What I'd like to see happen is us maintain this 21. So as long as we can maintain, $12, or even, I'd be willing to go down all the way to 1130, right? Which is previous lows, which is a 50 SMA, right? I don't think we'll get that low, however, so I would look for a bounce off of 1187 to test 1380, then 1529. If we get a clean break of 1529, we've got a nice range here up to 17. So we would get these guys involved, get that guy involved, right? This would be a great play. So from here to here. So from that 1740 to 20, that would be a great move. So the algorithm, right? This is bearish divergence. We're currently below most of our regular block trade levels. Now, this divergence can take anywhere from 2 days to 2 weeks or longer to play out. But what we've done is we've broken some pretty key levels here, right? We've just broken our uptrend resistance. We've got overhead block trade. It's no longer support, it is now resistance. We've got a nice cluster of them, right here, this level. So that's overhead resistance. With the algo selling off, it is trading with price action. So if I bring it in, right, the algo selling, price action selling. So like I said, I would look for, we would really need to maintain where we're at, right? So this is a previous low right here. So 1171 is a cutoff point for me. A break below that, we may have a little bit of support from the 50 at 1129. However, breaking below the 34, I don't think the 50 is going to have enough strength to support us. However, our 10x bars are green. We've got good beta. We've got good VWAP. We have got lots of volume coming in. We've got a rising uptrend on the 4-hour, right? This could just be a healthy pullback for the next move up. We're going to get squished between the newly formed 200 SMA and the 50 SMA on the 4-hour. So we may consolidate for a little bit, but like I said, I feel confident that if it can maintain, right, so we're down to 1197 now. Right, so looks like we bebopped off of the daily mid, right? This is resistance, so 1171 is the cutoff point for me. If it breaks 1171, I'm going to take it to the downside. Contrarian, if we can maintain this previous low, right, this guy here. So we're just in a decision-making point. These are the two levels I'm going to keep an eye on. I'll just draw a channel, why not? Right, that support channel has to hold. If it gets into that, I'm going to set an alert. If it breaks this, I'm going to take it to the right. Create alert, we're trying. Crosses below this price level, right? Wish to the downside or bounce. Okay, there's that. All right, I have got time for one more. First of all, let me just share some news with y'all. Oh, how am I going to do this? All right, so we're pretty much flat. We've got non-farm payroll coming out. ES and ES loved it. So like I said, we gapped up overnight. Look for a gap and crap in the morning. So it'll just fade off to fill the gap, and then potential look for a move to the upside. Now, we've got unemployment, non-farm payroll. This is important here. LI Auto, which is like sorry, I just read something that got me distracted, which is like NEO, which is like XPEV. It reported, 8,000 vehicles, which is 320% year over year, which is great, and expanded the top end of guidance of its range. So LI may move at the open. Let's see what it's doing pre-market. Yeah, I like that news. So I'm gonna look at LI at the open for day trade. Okay. Space and announced its next flight will be July 11th with the founder on board, 11 days ahead of Blue Origin's 720 flight with Bezos. So yeah, it's a race. These rich mofos are trying to race to the moon. Let them have fun with it. All right, so I'm going to look at space just because it's going to be volatile. There should be some good money in it, and yeah. So this is LI on the algorithm, right? We came back down, we tested, we've got some good support and resistance here happening. All right, we got a dark pool there, we got a dark pool here, right? We've got nice strong uptrend support. Look at this. This is a good stock. Yes. This is what I mean by, right? If I can get the algo to bounce off of this regular block trade coming in at 34.50, which is already done. So it did bounce off of 34.50 and just broke 35. Look for it to continue to the upside. So LI is something I'm going to be looking at for the day. Wish got downgraded. We just went over that. Verizon told federal regulators it would maintain low-cost wireless service for 3 years if it's allowed to buy track phone. Now, with that being said, Verizon is another one that I liked this week. So Verizon's got nice bullish divergence. It's trading with price action. The algo is curled up. Let me just draw this out for y'all. Right, divergence. Algo curling, right? Algo maintaining nice uptrend, right? Price action. We have block trade levels to interact with, right? We've got a dark pool one right here at 55.89. Then we've got just a stair step effect of regular block trades about every 10 cents, every 9 cents. I'm interested in this cluster grouping, about 56.20 area. That's going to be my support. We're currently at, right, every one of these on the way up is resistance. So clean break of 56.79. Right, Verizon's currently trading at 56.40, so we're up into this range here. If we can clear this range of blocks, look for this to launch. Okay, contrarian, we just need to maintain this upward trend support. I don't really see it breaking down. Right, we've got. Let me just grab, I think I'd have to double check, but, oop, wrong one. All right, we have a little bit of overhead resistance. Right, not a lot, but a little bit. Like I said, this cluster from 56.45 to 56.70 is going to cause a little bit of grief, but hey, it's a short-term target. I don't like the MACDs. They're currently curled down. However, the algo is buying, so we may chop, or this could be just a one, right? This could be a 1, 2, 3 reversal, or potentially something into next week. So keep an eye on Verizon for next week. We've got right, we're right at the top of the 4-hour Cutler channel top. We can get above this 56.50. We can go up and test the daily, right, which is coming in at right 57.45. However, we may reject off of this top and come back down and test 55.89 as well. So we'll have to keep an eye on it and see what it does. I like it at the open. All right, I think that's it, man. I got to run. I got to get a little bit of stuff done. I'm going to be streaming for the Bullish Bears this morning. Again, if you do not have your free trial of FlowTrade going on, I don't know. Go get one. Start it on Sunday. Link in my profile, link in the description of this video, link everywhere. Complimentary AMC for you apes, So what's going to happen today with AMC? It's going to rip. If it breaks above 54, if it can close above 54, it's going to eat all the way from 50. It's going to eat at 55. It's going to eat at 56. It's going to eat at 57. It's going to eat all the way up to 58. If we can breach 60, 62, we gap to 65, then to 72. Okay. We breached the monthly Keltner channel at top. We've got a 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. All these squeezes are set to fire. It's just been consolidating for days. Our MACDs are really kind of split with our lower time frame ones looking to release that daily squeeze, right? I'd like it to just come down and bounce off of this 21, coming in at 51, right? Just let it bounce off of the 21, right? They're manipulating the shit out of the stock. All right, that was AMC. Baba came up on my scan for buying the dip. That's a pretty ugly dip. Yeah, there's just too much shit going on with Baba. I needed to clear up. So, all right. That's it for me. Thanks for joining me. Once again, my name is Darkpool Algo. I stream every morning, Monday through Friday, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Real quick look. I'll run through a couple of these real quick. Airbnb needs to break. Airbnb, break a 155. We eat, it's 157. Donut, which is Krispy Kreme. Look for it to maintain 1960 for support. We're currently in pretty significant demand zone right now, right? I own commons in this just because I think it's smart to invest in stuff that your kids like, right? This is our shit. I gotta run. Right, we maintain that. We continue to the upside. Peloton might make a move today, right? We can get above 124. We're going to go to 128. SPY. Gapped up overnight. Look for a fade. Can SPY, dude. It's crazy. Wolf. Consolidating at the 4-hour channel bottom. And XPEV. That's what I like to see. Nice move to the upside. We need to get above 44.32 to run into 45. Okay, that's it for me. Thanks for joining me. Name is Darkpool. I'll go share it with your mom, share it with your dad, share it with all your friends. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, follow me on Twitter, or hit me up